Okay, welcome. I'm just going to take a quick look at four new supplements that came from the One Ring RPG. So that is the first one, which has been out for a few, I think, weeks now, is the Ruins of the Lost Realm. Um, then the other ones is Strider Mode, which I'm extremely happy about and I'm looking forward to. Then there is Life Paths, which goes hand in hand with that, and then Peoples of Wilderland. So I'm going to take a quick dive into these and let's just see what's inside. So you get a nice map of Tharbad. I really like this map. It's incredible. Stunning, stunning map. And there's your nice little breakdown of all the locations you can visit. And we use these so frequently. So the more we can get of these kind of maps, the better. Let's just see what else. It's got your table of contents. So this is a source book for it's a locational source book. So I'm not exactly sure what all they include. If I think this is their two new cultures in here. Cultures once again is what you normally consider races in other role-playing games. So I think there are other cultures in this. Let's have a look here quickly. So I haven't looked at the contents of this book deeply yet. I think I've opened it up once, so I'm kind of going through it together. Stunning artwork, and I just love the combination of the two, the pencil work with the painting. So there's just a lot of information about Tharbad throughout here. I'm skipping pages, so I'm not going to show all the contents of this book. And I think there's quest hooks here as well. So so this is more about areas. There's not quest hooks yet, but I do recall seeing quest hooks. So I'm going to skip a whole bunch of pages here, Slunk. So we're getting to some new content here. Right. So I'm quite curious. What is the gathering of the Gathering Storm? This is a quest campaign. This is a broad outline of the years. Or is this one particular campaign? Yeah, so I'm gonna just skip past. There's a lot of stat blocks and stuff with characters and stuff, so I'm gonna skip past that. But I would say these are campaign hooks. It looks like it. Yeah, and once again stat blocks. So the White Hand of Saruman. This is really great, and I look forward to utilizing stuff like this for the Strider mode. And we get some new. So there was there. How many of those were there? There was the Riders of Dunland. There was the White Hand of Saruman, and there was the Black Numenorians. So there's three quest hooks, it seems, for us to utilize there. Then we get landmarks, and they're just going to shoot through a whole bunch of different areas, the Old Dwarf Mines, and I'm going to keep reminding you, I'm skipping a lot of pages here, just because I don't want to, show all the content on the channel. So yeah, you get some nice maps of the mines. I'm just going to skip content here. So you've got the white towers. There's some nice illustrations there, but I'm going to skip a lot of that. The Tree of Sorrow. I believe I have to show you this. That's cool. So these are great locations. Nice landmarks. The Sharded. Set Owlets. Um, Tyndalen. Yeah, lots of nice locations here. Queen's Hall. Lots of illustrations that I'm skipping. The Fields of Slaughter. Okay. There's some stat blocks and stuff there. Weathertop. Gotta show you that. That's sick. So man, this is gold for the strata mode. I would say this is going to go hand in hand with the strata mode quite well. Then there's the heel of the sleeper. Lots of illustrations, a lot of stat blocks. Mount Graham. There's a cool dungeon in Mount Graham. I'm going to show you that. Look at that. That's cool. Fort Arlas. Man, you can really explore Middle Earth with this book. The Ranger Haven. And then appendices. And yep, here's a nice map at the end. Okay, so let's just jump into strata mode. This is the main reason why I'm doing this video, so I can actually take a quick dive into what's inside of this. So let's have a look. Once again, I'm not going to go through everything. Face the Wild Alone. So what is strata mode? What is solo role playing? So this is a bunch of rules, I believe, like steps that you can go through that will help you sort of structure a campaign. But in many ways, it'll probably be tables and stuff that you don't feel like you thumb sucking all the stuff yourself. So there's no index. Well, I'll have a look in the document here, the PDF. So what is how it works? There's crafting your hero. There's the system. There's the telling table, combat journeys. Let's see, what do they say and how it works? So this is the important part, the core strata mode tables. There's 3 tables. Telling table. So these are answers simple questions. Sort of like yes, no, maybes. The law table. So that's some more complex questions. Okay, so sort of like who am I seeing coming up the road? And the fortune or ill fortune table. Okay, so that's just the sort of outcome table. The adventure phase. So there's no rolls during the journey phase, as far as character rolls, I take it. Not ROLL. So there's expanded journey events table, so that's cool. So that's something that I use when I soloed the One Ring first edition, is the journey rules is really great for soloing. It basically sets out a campaign for you, so it's nice to see that they're falling back on that. There's a new combat stance available. Okay, so there is a cooperative play that seems to be an option. So myself and another player are going to try the strata mode co-op through Play by Post. So this is going to be really fun. So they cover crafting a hero, who's your patron. So there's tables for patrons. Got characters like Tom Bombadil, Barlin. Experience milestones. So I'm not going to show the tables. I don't want to reveal that. That's very much the heart of this book. So if I reveal those tables, it'll I'll be giving away too much of the content, but there's action resolution tables. Yeah, this is great. Venturing phase. There's combat. Let's have a look at that. So it's not a. It's the thing I'm so excited about is that it's not a very how can I say complicated system. It seems, because I'm going through the pages now. We're on page 15. I got a feeling it's quite a thin book. So, which is great. You don't want to have to learn a whole new 150-page book just to do solo. There's journeys. There's table there. I won't reveal that. Fellowship phase. I do see they reused some of the illustrations from the core book. Would have been nice if I think this is reused, because I recognized Gandalf earlier. I'm sure I've seen this. Got a feeling they reused some of the art from the core book. Naturally, it would have been nice to see new art, but at the same time, I think they wanted to get it out. More art, Free League. We want more art. Stuff's amazing. There's table of experience milestones. Yeah, I can't. Most of the stuff I can't show because it's all those tables. Man, this is gonna be great. So if you like solo, this the artwork's definitely from the core book. So if you like tables and solo role playing, this is just a whole bunch of pages full of tables. I would say the one thing I can take from this is that it seems to be clearly geared towards using the journey rules along with tables, which the journey rules kind of used already. The journey rules had tables and different hazards, but they seem to have built the system around the journey, which I'm really happy about, because that's what I was using in 1E to solo. They've just added in countless, I won't say countless, you can count them, but exaggeration, countless pages of tables for you to use and fall back on. So if you need to know something, and there will be stuff like based on what region you'll be in. I'm just guessing here, but I think that was in 1E, where if you're in a hazardous region, the table will have a specific section for you to roll on, so that the chances are that you'll get into a combat sort of scenario and encounter an enemy. It'll happen more frequently in those areas, and the monsters and enemies and villains that you encounter there will be obviously more dangerous versus more safer areas. So I think they might do that. I need to go to the tables and see. But alright, let's move on to the next one. And that would be Lifepaths. Just make sure that that's showing up on the stream. Yep. Alright, so let's have a look at what's in Lifepaths. So Lifepath is something new to me. So there are other games I think that used it. Forbidden Lands I think used the Lifepaths. So yeah, I'm quite curious to see how Lifepaths work. I'm going to click on one of them so I don't reveal too much content. But so there's the bardings, and so there's your backstory. And I guess you're trying to, let's just say, buy hammer and anvil. Let's have a look at what they said there. So there's a bit of flavor text for you. And so that's very much your character. So there's your strength, athletics. That's very much, it gives you your character. Interesting. So there's a whole bunch. There's ones for dwarves, elves, hobbits, men of Bree, rangers of the north. Then they've got a table for major events, and that's the end of the book. So, I'm not entirely sure how to use this. What do they say here? Okay, so it's very much rolling up a character. It's just, I guess it's more narrated. There's more a narrative background behind your character. You're getting the, the characters you roll up actually have a bit of a story already. Major events is obviously an important page where that'll add to your backstory. So something that you probably want to complete, or something you need to pursue. So once again, I'm not going to click on that table because I think that'll give away too much of the content. But yeah, major events, that table with your backstory, I believe will help you set up a character that actually has some intrigue. Sometimes when we play role-playing games, like at the moment, I'm trying to think of what is my character actually trying to accomplish. Sure that they have a role and they have a purpose, but sort of what is their story? And this kind of thing will help you set that up. And I'm pretty sure that you can just take this and run with it and change it and tweak it, and you just use it as a skeleton, a template. But major events with the backstory, combining those two, I think will give you a lot to sculpt your character with. Let's see what's on the last page here. So here's a little snippet of there's the table on the previous page, but here's a few more. So let's just have a look at this, the number 9, if you roll number 9. Okay, so major events, you got a strong constitution. Alright, so this is just a couple of things just to give your character personality, it seems. Not so much a quest. See ya. Alright, so you've got a relationship with Gandalf the Grey on this one. And yeah, you've got good fortune. So yeah, it definitely gives your character a little bit more depth. That with the backstories, so you kind of understand where you came from. But I would like to have seen something more about where you're headed. Now, I believe that's in the strata mode. There are patrons and stuff, so that's how you know where you're headed. I would like to see on the strata mode if they cover sort of your, not just the quests that you're given and how those adventures roll out and who you encounter and all that. That's all in strata mode, so it will generate, the narrative for you. But it would be interesting to see, not just that your character's gone on a quest, but I'm curious to see if strata mode links that to your character personally. So apart from, let's just say Tom Bombadil saying, somebody stole one of his horses, you would never do that to Tom Bombadil. That would be certain death. But yeah, we're curious to see how that is linked to your character personally, and how that unfolds in your character development. So those are there might be room for sort of just creating content and adding in that content yourself as a player. But I'd like to see these tables, but I won't go into that now. It'd be interesting to see these tables that link the campaign generation with your character's backstory, which you've just saw now, a little bit of personality about your character, but as far as the quest, their motive, what drives them, how is the search for Tom Bombadil's missing horse important to you? Alright, let's just jump to the next book, and the final book, which is People of Woodland. And this just allows you to utilize a lot of the cultures from Wilderland, which was the area that 1E played off in, because 2E plays off in Eriador. So you get a whole bunch of cultures from 1E. So I'm just going to skip a lot of the tables and stuff like that. I wonder, are they... I'll look at one of them. So let's look at the Beornings. There's your cultural blessings. There's the attributes. There's your names. There's your virtues. It's nice and clean, nice and simple. remember 1E, it was far more complex. It's very, they've condensed it quite a bit. So I think the core rubric for 2E is also very much condensed like this. So you can just easily roll up a Bjorning. You get Elves of Mirkwood. You get Woodland of Wilderland, and I believe is this the same artwork? This is new artwork. I'm gonna click on the illustrations because a lot of the tables aren't there. Yeah, that's a new illustration, I believe. Yeah, that's new. Yeah, I think that's new too. That's cool. Yeah. So that's neat. So you get the Bjornings, the Elves of Mirkwood, and Woodmen of Woodland added to 2E, so you can play as those cultures now from Wilderland. Alright, that concludes a quick, very brief look at those 4 supplement books. I trust I went through all 4. Yep, Ruins of the Lost Realm, then Strata Mode, then Lifepaths, and then Peoples of Woodland. Alright, thanks for joining me. Take care.